What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? It's Monday morning. Monday morning. So y'all know what time it is, man. We're gonna get into this Bible. This book that people call the Holy Bible, but I call it a history book. Like I say, I keep telling y'all, I ain't no preacher, I ain't no pastor, I ain't no Christian, I ain't no religion, I ain't no nothing. I just want to read the book and understand what's going on in the book. You know what I'm saying? Like this is fun. Before we get into it, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the channel. We're on chapter 8, and God said unto Jacob, Arise, go up to Bethel, and dwell there, and make there an altar unto God that appeared unto thee. My nose just stopped up. I don't know why. Um, this start over. We got to start over. Coming over. And God said unto Jacob, Arise, go up to Bethel, and dwell there, and make there an altar unto God that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. Then Jacob said, of his brother. But Deborah, Rebecca's nurse, died, and she was buried beneath Bethel under an oak, and the name of it was called Alon by Chuth. And God appeared, the oak, it was the oak of weeping. And God appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padaram and blessed him. And God said unto him, thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be the name. And he called his name Israel. And God said unto him, I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply nations and a company, not nations with an S, nation, and a company of nations. Then he got in the company of nations. Shall Rachel traveled, and she had hard labor. And it came to pass when she was in hard labor that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have this son also. And it came to pass, as her soul was in departing from, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, Benoni, the son of the right hand. But his father called him Benjamin. And Rachel died, and it was buried in the way of Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. And Jacob set a pillar upon her grave, that is a pillar of Rachel's grave unto this day. And Israel journeyed and spread his tent beyond the tower of Eder. And it came to pass when Israel dwelled in the land that Reuben went and lay with Bela, his father's concubine, and Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. The sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob, firstborn, and Simeon, and Levi, and Judah, and his Israel child. All right, we on 36. Hope everybody having a blessed start of the day. You know what I'm saying? As you see, I am starting out reading the Bible. Got the wife going to work, so you know it is what it is. So we stay on the grind, we stay moving around, doing something. All right, we're gonna get to chapter 36. Now these are And these are the sons of Ashbang, Ashbang, I don't know, Ashbang, Eastbang, and Ithrain and Shirain. The children of Ezer are these Belen and Zavain and Achan. The children of Dashain are these Uz and Aaron. These are the dukes that came from the Herods. Dukes Lotain, Duke Shabal, Duke Zebain, Duke Anna, Duke Deshane, Duke Ezer, Duke Deshane. These are the dukes that came of Hori. Among Hadad, the son of Bedad, who smart Midian and the field of Moab resigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Avid. And Hadad died, and Shemala of Mazarkah resigned in his stead. And Samla died, and Saul of Rehoboth by the river resided in his stead. And Saul died, and Balaam, the son of Archibald, resided in his stead. And Balahan, the son of Archibald, died, and Hadir resigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Payu, and his wife's name was Bel, Mehadabel, the daughter of Matri, the daughter of Mizab, And these are the names of the dukes that came of Esau, according to their families, after their places, by their names: Duke Timnah, Duke Alva, Duke Japheth, Japheth, Duke Alabama, Duke Elah, Duke Pinon, Duke Kansas, Duke Teman, Duke Mazabar. My damn, these names weird. Mibzar, Duke Maga L, Duke Iram. These be the dukes of Edom, according to their habitation in the land of their possessions. He is Esau, the father of the Edomites. And them names be, boy, them names will get you, boy. So we're gonna go to chapter 37. Like I said, we're going to 39 today. So it is what it is. And Jacob dwelled in the land wherein his father was a stranger in the land of Canaan. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren, and the lad was with his sons of Belaha and with the sons of Zelphah, his father's wives, and Joseph brought unto his father their evil report. Now that's to my sheep, bowed in respect. And his brethren said to him, Halt, thou indeed resign over us, or shall thou indeed have domain over us? And thou hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words. And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more, and behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obsessed to me. And he told it to his father and to his brethren, and his father rebuked him and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth? And his brethren envied him. By his fathers observed the same. And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shisham. And Israel said unto Joseph, Do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shisham. Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, here am I. And he said to him, Go, I pray thee, see whether it be well with thy brethren and will with the flocks, and bring me word again. So he sent him out of the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shisham. And a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, What seekest thou? And he said, I seek my brethren. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. And the man said, They are departed hence, for I heard them say, Let us go to Dothan. Oh Lord, let us go to Dothan. And Joseph, that's I don't know, man. And Joseph went after his brethren and found them in Dothan. Y'all know I stay in Dothan. Yeah. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him. And they said one to another, behold, the dreamer cometh. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him, and cast him into some pit. And we will say some evil beast have devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dream. And Reuben heard it, and he delivered him out of their hands, and said, let us not kill him. And Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him of rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again. And it came to pass, when Joseph was come unto his brethren, they they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors that was on him. And they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty. There was no water in it. And they sat down to eat bread. And they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites, Ishmaelites, like um, let me see, I forgot what I was gonna say. Came from Galilee, and their camels, being spicery and Balaam and Merah, going to carry it down to Egypt. What I was gonna say, like Jewish, like that type of Ishmaelites, Ishmaelites. Yeah, and so y'all know Egypt is the land of bondage. So I don't like the way the story going is like all this really took this in the place of so-called the United States. And I don't know. I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying that's what it seemed like when they separated. You know what I'm saying? And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content; they were satisfied. Then there passed by Midianites, the merchantman, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver, and they brought Joseph into Egypt. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes. And he returned unto his brethren and said, the child is not, and whither shall I go? And they took Joseph's coat and killed a kid of the goats, and dipped the coat in the blood. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father, and said, this have we found. Know now whether it be thy son's coat or no. And he knew it, and said, it is my son's coat, and evil beasts have devoured him. Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces. And Jacob rent his clothes and put sackcloth upon his. And she conceived again and bare a son, and she called his name Onan. And she yet again conceived and bare a son, and called his name Shaleh. And he was at Chizib when she Chizib when she bare him. And Judah took a wife for his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. And Judah said unto Onan, Go and unto thy brother wife, and marry her, and raise up seeds to thy brother. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his, and it came to pass when he went and unto his brother wife, that he spilled it on the ground, lest that he should give seed to his brother. So I guess he let it on him. And the thing which he did displeased the Lord, wherefore he slew him also. Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, Remain a widow at the father's house, till Shelah my son be grown. For he said, Lest peradventure he die also, as his brethren did. And Tamar went and dwelled in her father's house. And in process of time, the daughter of Judah's wife, died, and Judah was confronted and went up unto his sheep shearers to Tamnah, and he and his friend Harah and Adulamite. And it was told Tamar, saying, Behold, thy father-in-law goeth up to Tamnah to shear his sheep. And she put her widow's garments off from her, and covered her with a veil, and wrapped herself, and sat in an open place, which is by the way to Tamnah. For she saw that the Shelah was grown, and she was not given unto him to wife. When Judah saw her, he thought her to be an harlot, because she had covered her face. And he turned unto her by the way, and said, Go to, I pray thee, let me come in unto thee. For he knew not that she was his daughter-in-law. And she said, What wilt thou give me, that thou mayest come in unto me? And he said, I will send thee a kid from the flock. And she said, Will thou give me a pledge till thou send it? And he said, What pledge shall I give thee? And she said, Thy signet, and thy bracelets, and thy staff that is in thy hand. And he gave it her, and came in unto her, and she conceived by him. And she arose and went away, and laid by her veil from her, and put on the garments of her widowhood. And Judah sent the kid by the hand of his friend and Dolamite to receive his pledge from the woman's hand, but he found her not. Then he asked the man of that place, saying, Where is the harlot that was openly by the wayside? And I said, There was no harlot in this place. Public. That was in public, like he said, in public place. And he returned to Judah and said, I cannot find her. And also the men of the place said that there was no harlot in this place. And Judah said, Let her take it to her, lest we be shamed. Behold, I sent this kid, and thou hast not found her. And it came, haste, and not found her. And it came to pass about 3 months after that it was told Judah, saying, Tamar thy daughter-in-law hath played the harlot. And also, behold, she is the child by whoredom. And Judah said, Bring her forth, and let her be burnt. When she was brought forward, she said to her father-in-law, saying, By the man whose these are, am I with child? And she said, Discern, I pray thee, whose are these? the signet and bracelets and staff. And Judah acknowledged them and said, she hath been more righteous than I, because that I gave her not to Sheleah, my son, Shalai, my son, and he knew her again no more. And it came to pass in the time of her travail, that behold, twins were in her womb. And it came to pass when she travailed that the one put out his hand, and the midwife took the bond upon his hand, a scarlet thread, saying, this came out first. And it came to pass as he drew back his hand that behold, his brother came out, and she said, how hast thou broken forth? This breach be upon thee. Therefore his name was called Phares. And afterward came out his brother that had the scarlet thread upon his hand, and his name was called Zero. Chapter 39. We on our last chapter for the day. So far, I hope y'all enjoying yourself. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard of Egyptians, brought him of the lands of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down, brought him down there. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptians. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hands. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house and all that he put into his hand. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not all he had save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person, not a god. It don't say godly, it say goodly person, and well favored. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, lie with me. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master's worth would not that is with me in the house, and he have committed all that he had to my hand. There is none greater in this house than I. Neither have he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? And it came to pass as she spake to Joseph day by day that he heart. When he say things come back around, that's what they mean, I think. And it came to pass when he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment. with Joseph and sold him mercy, showed him mercy, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. And the keeper of the prison commented to Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison, and whatsoever they did, there he was the doer of it. The keeper of the prison looked not to anything that was under his hand, because the Lord was with him, and that which he did, the Lord made it to prosper. Huh? Yeah. So yeah, y'all, I heard how that went. Yeah, Joseph went to prison like they were doing modern days right now. Um, um, the Pharaoh wife lied and lied on the man and say he raped her like they did Emmett Timmy. Um, yeah, man, this is all like already happening and happened again. You feel me? So y'all pay attention to some of this stuff that be going on in this book, man. Um, y'all want to hear more? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the channel. You know what I'm saying? And comment. You know what I'm saying? If y'all understood what was going on, and like I say, I stay in Dothan, y'all. So I don't know. I'm kind of like confused. Is the book like it was slavery already here? This is what I'm saying. Did some of the, when they, you know how God separated us? Did slavery start? The Egyptian pharaohs and all that was already here in this country through Esau, the Edomites, and and through the Hebrews that was here. I don't know, but y'all let me know in the comments below what y'all think. Like I say, man, y'all have a blessed day. Y'all stay safe, and y'all already know how this go, man. I'm out of here, man. Y'all stay good, man.